Hi, I'm Teja Gerken with Peghead Nation, and I'm here with a very special, very custom Preston Thompson guitar. Preston Thompson guitars are built in Sisters, Oregon. Founder Preston Thompson was a long-time luthier specializing in modern recreations of classic American flat-top guitars. Preston passed away fairly recently, unfortunately, but his team of luthiers is continuing the legacy that he left behind and clearly building beautiful guitars that he would still be proud of. This guitar is a perfect example of the kind of combinations of different vintage and modern features that Thompson Guitars has always been playing with. And as such, what we have here is a quadruple O body, which is also known as an M-style body. A little bit bigger than an OM, but very similar shape, very similar curves than a triple O or an OM would have. But in this slightly larger, almost mini jumbo kind of a format. So very cool size and very comfortable to hold. In this case, it's matched with a slotted peg head, and I think that's the first time I've seen a quadruple O with a slotted peg head in this kind of a format. Of course, a 14-fret neck, which is also not so common with a slotted peg head. So already we have an instrument that from a combination of features and body sizes and neck styles sets itself apart from many other guitars with similar styling. This particular instrument is built with a very special set of woods. It has an Adirondack spruce top, beautifully grained, a little tighter grain than what you often find in Adirondack tops. And of course it has a sunburst finish, herringbone purfling around the edge. And the back and sides of the guitar really are rather spectacular feature. They are built from what Thompson calls Shipwreck Brazilian rosewood, and there's a cool story to that wood. Apparently it was shipped from Brazil, was going to go to Denmark in 1936. The ship that it was on sank off the coast of Spain, and was left sitting there for decades, and only fairly recently was brought to the surface. The wood was originally going to go to the furniture trade back in the 30s, and people brought it up to the surface and milled it and built these beautiful guitar sets out of. And it's the kind of straight grain Brazilian rosewood that you really can't get anymore. The only way to source it is with wood that was cut back in the 30s, which is of course when companies used it for golden era steel string guitars as well. This particular guitar continues the kind of ship theme with some very nice inlay, very tastefully done. You can see right here between the 10th and the 12th fret we have a beautiful inlay of a tall ship. And it's continued on the back of the heel, where the heel cap has the 3 masts of a ship inlaid as well. And so it continues the theme of really showcasing what Thompson can do, both in terms of using these different design features and also the cosmetics, which really combine modern features and vintage kind of features. A quadruple O, of course, was never made as a flat top in the golden era, but if someone had, it would have probably been a lot like this. So a very, very fun way to kind of play with some of these different features and create a truly unique instrument. The guitar has a very rich tonality. I'm tuned to drop D tuning. You heard me play a little bit of Great Dreams from Heaven on this. And I find it very satisfying to play, to kind of hear these rich, fat trebles that perhaps are due to the Brazilian rosewood on this guitar. I'm sure it's a contributing factor. The Adirondack top must also help. Just a lot of fun. I should also mention that the guitar has been upgraded with Evo frets. So those are these sort of golden colored frets. They're also much harder than typical nickel frets, kind of in between a standard fret and a stainless steel fret. A lot of people are starting to use these, and I find them very comfortable, and of course they're also quite beautiful on here. The neck has a fairly substantial feel to it. It measures 1 3/4 at the nut. The string spacing on this guitar is 2 5/16 inches, and of course all these specs can be custom configured as part of ordering a guitar with Preston Thompson. So very fun guitar to play, beautiful for fingerstyle. Also very nice with a pick, and I had a chance to get Peghead Nation's Scott Nygaard playing the guitar. So let's listen what it sounds like. Play it with a flat pick by Scott. So that's the Preston Thompson custom quadruple O guitar. Really a beautiful instrument. The Shipwreck Brazilian rosewood is completely spectacular. As is the combination of features, both in terms of the body size, the neck design, and of course the appointments and the inlay. So a very cool guitar. You may not get a chance to see this particular one for yourself in the flesh, but Preston Thompson does have dealers all over the country, and you can check out other examples of their amazing work for yourself. So please come back here to Peghead Nation for more of our gear demos. We have quite a few Thompson guitars already on the site. You can check those out as well. My name is Teja Gerken.